All right, folks. This is the Living in Vegas podcast. Let's get this show ready. Should we go? Here we go. All right. And good morning, everybody. This is Sherman Ray, the Living in Vegas podcast. Time to get this show on the road. Well, good morning, everybody. This is Sherman Ray, and this is the Living in Vegas podcast. We come to you each and every day, folks, Monday through Friday, talk to you about the people, the places, the trends, the events that shape the city of Las Vegas. And I want to welcome everybody. Hopefully, you had a great weekend, a fantastic weekend here in Las Vegas. The weather was pretty good, I must say. It was actually pretty good scene here. So, and this week is going to be like none other. Really, it's already started out. We're going to talk a little bit about that the weather has changed a little bit. We've kind of switched things around a little bit here in studio, so I'm going to be looking this way most of the time. I want to welcome everybody who's joining us on Facebook and Twitter. If you're joining us on YouTube, I want to welcome you to the show this morning. Also, if you're on YouTube and you like this, subscribe to our channel. Really do. Subscribe to our channel. We want to build the Livin in Vegas nation where people talk about the city that we love. As a matter of fact, on our Facebook page, we are closing in on 820 something. We want to build to 1,000 people on that page. Actually, we'd love to be about 10,000. It would be great. But, it's slow and progressive. We just keep building. Hopefully you got your new subscription to Livin Weekly this week. I know it's already been sent out, so if, we'll talk a little bit more about that and how you can get that. But let's talk first about Livin in Vegas magazine. So the magazine is out. It's about, you can get it on our website at livininvegas.com. That's livininvegas.com. If you would like to get on our mailing list, we really encourage you to get on our mailing list. Let's say, so let me put up the contact for that. So if you want to get on our mailing list, folks, all you got to do is send us your contact information at info@livininvegas.com. That's info@livininvegas.com. We'll get you on our mailing list, and we will send you out a free copy, your free subscription to Livin in Vegas magazine. And that's really cool. Doing some great things that are in the magazine. Really are. I'm really very proud of what we're doing in this. The writers, I'm going to thank all the writers who have been a part of this particular magazine. And we've got another one coming out. We actually have a special announcement. Let's do that really quick too. Where's it at? I'm gonna try to. I know there's so much stuff to do here. It's called Club 44. So Club 44 is we're looking for 44 business owners who want to be a part of Livin in Vegas magazine. It's really no much simpler than that. We've got a goal, and the only way we're going to hit our goal is if we actually have 44 business owners who join with us in Club 44. And you will become part of a special fraternity. And everybody's, can you imagine what it would have been like if you would have gotten involved with Microsoft, or you would have gotten involved with Apple from the beginning? And I've been a part of some early launches, and now looking back, I'm going, oh my gosh, I was actually a part of that organization. So Club 44 is that kind of club. So we're trying to make this magazine print. So right now we're digital, and we reach about 100,000 people a week. I mean, it's not a small thing, but we want to go print, and that takes money. So we need you. If you want to be a part of the foundation of Livin in Vegas magazine, we're looking for 44 business owners who will join with us and become part of Club 44. It's really that simple. It really is. And so, what's the last thing we want to do? I got an advertisement for you. Okay, let me give you a real quick ad, folks, because this is pretty cool too. And this is for you business owners who want to, and I'll tell you something about this too. It's very, very cool. Okay, here we go. Hi, everybody. Sherman Ray for Livin in Vegas podcast. Are you a business owner that's looking to get the word out about his product, service, or even just a great message out there? Well, we'd like to give you that opportunity by being a guest on Livin in Vegas podcast. It's super simple. All you got to do is contact us at advertising at livininvegas.com. That's advertising at livininvegas.com, and we'll schedule you for an interview on Livin in Vegas podcast. I'm Sherman Ray for Livin in Vegas podcast, where we talk about people, places, and trends and events that shape the city of Las Vegas. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Yeah. So if you want to be a guest, folks, actually, we're going to have a guest tomorrow. She is actually this is actually a pretty cool story. We were going to air the interview with Sincere Porter today, but I screwed up. Okay, I screwed up something. Well, I didn't screw up, but something screwed up. We didn't have the audio, video, whatever. Something didn't work in post-production, so we're going to do it tomorrow. So be here tomorrow. We're actually going to show the entire interview with Sincere Porter. She goes by Sincere. She's a music artist, won several awards, and I'll let her tell the whole story. It's very cool. She's she's one of those cool singers, does some great stuff. So be here tomorrow. Sincere Porter is going to be here tomorrow, and I think you are going to love it. Okay. Last thing. So we're going to do one story, and then we're going to go. And if you want to watch the rest of the podcast, folks, you go to our website at livininvegas.com to watch the rest of the podcast. But we'll do one story. Let's do a story real quick. But tomorrow we're actually going to do the entire show. So we'll do the entire show tomorrow. But as we're getting into the habit of doing, we'll do the first half of the show here. The rest of it, if you can watch it later, folks, it's real cool. Or you can download it on Spotify. You can just do the audio only. So the NFL draft is coming up pretty quick, folks. It's coming up really quick. And they are going to be turning the Las Vegas sign silver and gray. Yeah, it's coming up pretty quick. The silver of there are two events coming this week, or two events that are this week. One is the NAB, and we'll talk just a little bit about that before we leave. And the other one is the NFL draft. The NFL draft starts the 28th through the 30th. So just in the next couple of days, it's going to be here. So in honor of that, the home team, which is the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders, get to have everything, looking like, their thing. And so the fabulous welcome sign to Las Vegas, they're going to turn it, folks. They're going to turn it silver and gray. Isn't that pretty cool? Yeah, I think that's a great thing that they're going to be doing for the hometown Raiders. And the Raiders have got some really interesting stories. If you watch us on our website over at livininvegas.com, you will actually get to hear the rest of the story. I think you're really going to want to watch this. Also, and I'm going to be going to this convention right after the show here today. So I'm going to do a little stuff here, clean up a little bit before I leave the studio. Then we're heading out to the NAB convention. So the other convention that's in town this week is the National Association of Broadcasters. And I've seen a lot of their stuff that they've got out right now, and it is phenomenal. So looking really forward to going out there. They've got all kinds of camera work, software, products, all that stuff. Everything that you can imagine that a broadcaster like myself could use, they've got at that convention. They're expecting, I think, how many people are they expecting? 90,000, I believe it is. No, 50,000. No, what is it? Oh, let me double check. Okay, let me double check before we leave. Okay, NAB, I think they're looking at about 50,000 people. No, 900 exhibitors, 50,000 people. Okay, for the NAB, National Association of Broadcasters. It's already started. So it's down at the convention center. I'm going to be leaving, going to that. Got my tickets already, folks. So I'm going to that event. Very excited about it today. And I'll tell you some about it. Maybe when I'm down there, I'll actually take some pictures and maybe do some live or something like that, so you can actually check it out. Okay. Anyways, we're going to take off, folks. If you'd like to watch the rest of the podcast, we really encourage you to do that. All you have to do is go to our website at livininvegas.com #show, and you can actually check it out. Okay. But we'll see you there in just maybe half an hour or so. Okay. We'll finish up the show and we'll upload it to it there. Have a fantastic day. And remember, tomorrow, Sincere Porter is going to be on the show. We'll do the entire thing on our website tomorrow for Sincere Porter. Okay. It's been Sherman Ray for the Livin in Vegas podcast, where we talk about the people, the places, the events, the trends that shape the city of Las Vegas. When you think of living in Vegas, think living local. Okay. It's been Sherman Ray. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. All right, folks, we are still here. Thank you, folks, if you're joining us from our Facebook page, or this is Sherman Ray, and this is the Livin in Vegas podcast, where we're having a great time. We really are. One of the things that we were talking about as we left, we're talking about the NAB convention. So the NAB convention that's here in Las Vegas right now. Took some time off last year because of COVID, and usually brings in a lot of people. I mean, really a lot of people. And the city of Las Vegas is so grateful to all of the exhibitors, 900 exhibitors that are going to be down there at, I believe, the convention center, 50,000 people in attendance. I'm getting my tickets, so I've got my tickets. They've been sending us stuff for like the last 2 months, saying, hey, come, enjoy the time. So I'm looking really forward to that. The local impact between the NAB, National Association of Broadcasters convention, and the NFL draft, just this week alone. In 2019, there was a thing that said in Nashville, $224 million in revenue just from the NFL draft. Then that was when they hosted it in 2019. 2021, Cleveland, $42 million. Okay, but see, here in Vegas, we're the big boys. Okay, we are not only going to have just the normal stuff that happens with a draft, but we've got entertainment, we've got concerts, we've got food, we've got restaurants, shows, all kinds of stuff that's going to be going on just for that one event. I'm thinking if we don't make $500 million on this thing, $500 million on the NFL draft, okay, because it's already started. Okay, it's already started. People have already been closing up businesses. Or closing up roads. Been doing all kinds of stuff to prepare for this. I'm pretty sure the impact of the NFL draft for 2022, okay, is going to be huge, okay? So the NFL draft starts on the 28th through the 30th, and it cannot be anything other than just huge, okay? There's another story that we want to talk about. There's a local group in town here that has an event. Oh, that's right in my face, isn't it? Can we move that up or down or something like that? Can we do that? Somebody? There we go. So let's move down here. There we go. Teen Talk. So Teen Talk is a local radio show on KCEP Radio, which is our local, it's really the only urban, quote-unquote, urban radio station in the Valley. And can you make it a little smaller? Because that's really kind of big still. Okay. So they've been off the air. They were off the air during the pandemic, and now they're back on. So what they're looking for now is they're looking for people to help them with the show. So we'll leave the link to this if you want to, be a part of the show. They're looking for students. So they're looking for students to be hosts, co-hosts, panelists, soundboard operators, that kind of stuff. They need a director and an associate producer for the show, which is cool. And So they're looking for that. We'll leave a link to their page for KCP Radio, so you can actually be a part of it. So the importance of KCP Radio is that they have been the voice of urban Las Vegas for decades. I mean, decades. Yeah, in decades. So this teen talk show, it'll be coming on Saturday. Sorry, I had to clean my glasses off. They're really bad. They'll be coming on Saturdays from 1 to 2 o'clock on KCEP Radio. So should be a very cool thing that you'll be able to check out. Many of you probably, I want to remind you, if you've not received your copy of Livin in Vegas magazine, and some of you might be the first time you even heard about Livin in Vegas magazine. We produce this quarterly. Just came out, so this is the April edition of Livin in Vegas magazine. And we encourage you to go by our website at livininvegas.com and pick it up. Okay, really, it's really very easy. As a matter of fact, you can download the PDF copy. It's a free downloadable copy. You can subscribe to it, and we'll send it out to you. And so every time we update Livin in Vegas magazine, you can actually get your copy of Livin in Vegas magazine. Also, we have another magazine that we put out, and which just came out also. It's called Livin Weekly. So Livin Weekly magazine just came out also. It just came out Friday. Now, this magazine comes out every Friday. So every Friday, Livin Weekly magazine comes out. And so we encourage you, folks, if you've not gotten your copy of Livin Weekly magazine, this keeps you going. So it's almost like a shot in the arm all the time. You know, you need a shot in the arm all the time to keep you going. That's what Livin Weekly magazine is. And so it comes out every week, every Friday, about 3 o'clock or whatever it is, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And you can actually get this also. You can actually go to our website at livinweekly.com and you can actually check that out. So livinweekly.com and you can check this out. What else is going on, folks? Oh, you know what? We just got ourselves a Nevada Holocaust Memorial Park or plaza. So it's our first Holocaust Memorial Plaza, and it opened Sunday over at the King David Memorial Chapel and Cemetery. So very cool, and it honors those who died during the Holocaust and features brick walls, steel bars, darting from the top, and engraved stones with the names, location, and number of deaths that occurred in each concentration camp. And that was a quote by King David General Manager Jay Poster. So it's our first memorial plaza that we've got here in Nevada, which is it's important. That's just important stuff that you see here in the Valley that most people have not seen it. It's almost like this other story, and we're kind of rushing through this, I know. The Indigenous Powwow. This is really cool. Indigenous youth are looking to connect with the land and heritage through the Powwow for the Planet at UNLV. Very interesting story, folks. Las Vegas has about, last census, 2021, there are more than 27,000 Native American of various tribes living in Clark County, and more than 53,000 in Nevada itself. So, in order to celebrate the land, Youth Powwow for the Planet is coming to UNLV, and they've organized the Native American Student Association, and the event is open to the public, will include climate justice workshops, booths, vendors, dance performances, and a powwow ceremony. Now, it's very interesting that they're doing this, that according to an article that we saw here, it's a UNLV article, this group says that in the Indian Native American culture, they look at generational passing down of the land, whereas a lot of people just don't. I mean, we probably should even more. I know in Africa we do that. We think about that a lot more also. Here in America, we probably should have a little more thought of that. Not that we don't do it at all, but we should have a lot more thought to it. So they're bringing this powwow where they're going to be celebrating the land, talking about the land, and trying to preserve it as much as possible. And this is really important that this happens. So this is going to happen. What's the date on this? We'll leave a link to it though. Oh shoot, yeah, that passed already. Son of a gun. So we missed this story, and I want to apologize because we actually missed this story because it happened a couple days ago. Maybe we can get some. We'll get some film on it and see if we can see how it actually did, because that's pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty darn cool if you ask me, that an event like that would happen. So, so locally this weekend, what happened is Ted Cruz was in town. So, so if you look at the front row here, folks, I actually know most of these people here. They're very cool people. So Ted Cruz in the middle with the white shirt, jacket. Just to his left, he's got his arm around him, is Adam Laxalt. Adam Laxalt is running for state senate. He used to be the attorney general for the state of Nevada, and he is. And next to Adam Laxalt is Victoria Seaman. She's actually the only one looking into the camera, besides Dave McGowan, who's the big guy in the middle of the screen also. So Adam Laxalt hosted Ted Cruz from Texas as part of a fundraiser for his campaign. And that was, they were all over town. So I saw this all weekend long. They were all over town. In one of the venues, I believe they were up in Sun City, but really they were bringing attention to the campaign that has been going on for quite a while. If you know, the primaries are going to be coming in just probably less than a month. So very interesting that that Ted is here in town right now. This is old Daryl LaMonica. Oh, folks, my heart is hurting. The bomber. He died. The Mad Bomber passed away this weekend. Daryl LaMonica, he was, I think he was 81, and he passed away this weekend. Some things you cannot just stave off. You just can't avoid them. It's going to happen. So Daryl LaMonica, he was three-time AFL champion, Super Bowl quarterback, two-time AFL MVP, and he brought part of the mystique, excuse me, of the Raiders was that they just were fearless. I mean, just fearless. Daryl LaMonica was one of those guys. Yeah, 60s, 70s. This guy. This is when I actually liked the Raiders a lot. When I was a kid, I was a Raiders fan. Cliff Branch, guys like that. Kenny the Snake Stabler. There were so many players that Sistrunk. I'm thinking of all the names I know. Wow, that were a part of the Raiders when I was a kid, and so and Daryl LaMonica was one of them. It was definitely one of the players who set the tone for the Raiders. They weren't the bad boys for no reason. These guys were just definitely, they were tough. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But he passed away Saturday, I think, when I got the news on, I think it was Saturday or Sunday he passed away. So, yeah, April 21st. So it was over the weekend he passed away, which is just, it just breaks your heart. How much time do we have? Oh, got just a couple minutes. So UNLV baseball. Baseball, woohoo! I'll tell you, UNLV is just rocking the house. We closed out our series over the Lobos, and we won the series against the Lobos, New Mexico, 2-1. And our last game, we beat them 13-11 on Sunday over at Earl Wilson Stadium. And so our record improved in the Mountain West to 28-13. Lobos dropped 16-23. So they're in the Mountain West now. They're upside down. So they're 7-14. We're 17-4. So the Rebels are looking really good. I mean, really looking good. Same thing with the The Aviators, excuse me. So the Aviators played this weekend, and we lost our last game to El Paso, and we lost it 6-5. But we won the series, so this is great. So, and the most important thing, and we talked about this on Friday, was that the Aviators on, I think it was Thursday or Wednesday, Thursday or Friday, they had 5,000 people at their stadium, which in and of itself is not an unusual thing, but they're the minor league team of the Oakland A's. Oakland, the professional team, only had 2,000 people in Oakland. The next day, we had 7,000 people at our game, okay? Which in and of itself is just not a big deal. Oh, no, it was Wednesday. No, it was Thursday. So Thursday, we had 5,000 people. Friday, we had 7,000 people. And we closed out, guess what, folks? We had over 8,000 people at the game. I mean, I don't know what to say. Talk about kicking butt, taking names. Las Vegas is showing that not only can we support a team, but we can support a team. And this is no joke, supporting 5, 7, 8,000 people at a baseball game and just having a great time. And it wasn't just the beer night. You know, the Thursday night beer night, you can say, okay, it was the beer night. Okay, but when you back that up with 7,000 people the next day, and then the weekend you hit 8,000 people, it just, I don't know. I don't know what else you can say about it. We're just doing such great things. Let's here real quick, folks. So there's we want to make sure that you remember this. So Club 44, we're looking for 44 business owners who would like to invest in Livin in Vegas magazine. We're going to a print model or print edition of Livin in Vegas magazine, and we're looking for 44 club members who will join Club 44. All you've got to do is send me an email at info@livininvegas.com. That's info@livininvegas.com, and say, hey, I want to join Club 44. 44 club members who are part of a prestigious alumni group. And this, so this is very cool. Okay, and yeah, we got enough time. Thursday night we had an event downtown, and one of our advertisers came up to me and he says, hey, Sherman, thanks so much. We wanted to make sure we supported everything you're doing because it was and it wasn't a fundraiser, it was a business networking mixer that we did. And he says, I didn't think advertising really worked that much, because he's not an advertiser. He just generally doesn't advertise a lot. He's an attorney. And he says, but our business, he advertises 2 businesses in our magazine. One is his lawyer firm. The other one is a beauty supply, what do they call it? A boutique, a beauty spa that his wife does. And he said her business has seen a market uptick. And he says the only way I know that it is attributed to the advertising is because people tell him. He says the only way I know that we have more business is because he has been advertising with us at Livin in Vegas magazine. And that, folks, is a testimony. And I said, look, dude, I was looking for my microphone. I was going, really? I want to tape that. He goes, no. He goes, Sherman, because I'll do that for you. Also, I'm going to resubscribe as an advertiser for you on your platform. And I went, you got to be kidding me. He goes, no, I want another 6 months. Folks, advertising works. It really does work. And give it a shot. Give us 6 months. Give us 3 months. Give us 6 months. Let's see. I can guarantee you are going to see change in your business for the better. Okay? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Okay? And you can do that by joining Club 44. Okay? Club 44, it is a prestigious club. It's a members-only club that you can be a part of. Send me an email at info@livininvegas.com. That's info@livininvegas.com, and be a part of Club 44. It's just that easy. And you can actually see a huge difference in your business for the better. Okay? Well, tomorrow we're going to have a special guest interview with Sincere Porter. She goes by the name of Sincere, where she's going to talk about her new LP and some of the cool stuff that she's doing here in Vegas. We're going to broadcast the entire thing. You can check it out. Definitely go to our website at livininvegas.com or livininweekly.com and check out all of the cool stuff that we've got on there. We'll see you again tomorrow for Livin in Vegas podcast. This is Sherman Ray for Livin in Vegas podcast, where we talk about the people, the places, the trends, the events that shape the city of Las Vegas. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.